Arg this car. So it started with I noticed that I had two wheel studs that are too short, and they only threaded on about not far. So basically this wheel was running on three studs. So I thought, well, I can't leave it like that. It can't run on three. When I pulled this all apart, I noticed this is the parking brake shoes. Well, this one has been riding against the hub for a while now. The little keeper that holds this guy in place is missing. Okay, well now I really have to get this hub out. I have to fix this. Oh, I struggled quite a bit to get the axle out, or to get the bolts out. And the nut that holds the hub is rusty, really bad. It looks like somebody had tried to do this repair once before and said the hell with it. Well, I can't leave it. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So I hit it with some PB Blaster. I guess I'm gonna have to let her soak for a couple days. Worst case, I can grind the bolt off. Hopefully I don't damage the threads on the hub. If I do, I have to replace the hub. So this is just nothing but fun. All because somebody originally, someone had this off to replace, to put longer studs to accommodate the wheels. But for some reason they didn't change two of them. And that's just no good. So I'm going to leave that for a little while. I still have to take my door off. Both doors. Success. Well, I yelled at this nut. I kicked it. I shook my fist at it. Soaked it in WD-40 for 3 days. Put the impact on it, I don't know how many times. And finally came free. But what I had to do, which was my last resort, I even heated it. That didn't do nothing. Last resort was to get in with an angle grinder, and I had very little room. I was able to grind enough material off the nut without catching the threads on the shaft. I think I didn't. Let's see. Yep, I didn't. Well, I nicked them a little bit, but that's not going to hurt anything. So this guy's out. Unfortunately, the hard part's not over. According to the book, I'm supposed to use a puller to get the hub out. Well, it's a special tool. I don't have that tool, and I'm not getting that tool. So I'm gonna, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna thread another nut on there and pound the hell out of it. See if I can get it that way. If not, I do have some other pullers that might work. I'm surprised it's gonna be in there so tight. I'm not sure what's exactly holding it. But I'm getting closer because I have to get this off, because I have to fix this one brake pad, and I can't do anything until this comes off. And I also have to replace two studs on here, so this all has to be done. Sometimes you get on a train of thought and you just fall asleep. I was so sure that I had to remove the hub, this guy, to get the studs out and fix the this is the park brake the keeper was missing on this side, and it was rubbing against the inside of the hub. If I can show that or not, maybe. Yeah, I got really stuck on that, and I was really struggling with this thing to the point where I gave up, and there's a special tool to remove this hub, and there's a special tool to reinstall the hub. So I got on the internet and I started looking for that tool. In the process, I came across a YouTube video how to install the park brakes or emergency brakes on this particular car. I thought, well, I'll click on it, and when I did, I realized he's installing new shoes and the hub is in place. Well, holy smokes. Okay, well, if I can take those off, then I got enough room in behind here to get these studs out. And that's exactly what kind of worked out. Now, the back plate is also what holds the keeper for the parking the shoes. And it's good all the way around except for this one little corner, which actually worked out in my favor because, yeah, there was enough room to get the old ones out, like I'm going to show, and this is how you remove a stud from the hub. Take any old nut that fits, and I hope this works. Give it a whack. And there you go. So that's the original factory one, and you can put them, you can replace them with this shield in place. With the longer ones, there's just not enough give in this back shield, but because it's rusted in just the right spot, I'm able to get them in. Now, that back shield, there are replacements. I could get another one, but again, I'd have to remove this hub to replace this shield, and because the rest of it is good on both sides, it's not rusted, just this one corner, I'm just going to I know it's really thin, but I can weld that thin, so I'm just going to weld the area I need for the keeper for the shoe, which is right here. This keeper was missing. How can I show it? It looks like this guy, and then there's a spring and the holder. So I'm just going to weld in a piece right here once I get this set, and I'm done with the back side of this car. And then to set these guys, because they are they do have a spline that's going to have to set into the hub. To do that, it's kind of the same deal. I'm going to put some washers on here, turn the nut, and just tighten it down until it actually literally sinks into that steel. So I threw a couple washers in behind. I'm going to use the impact wrench to get that stud in place. I don't know if this is going to work. I think it will. I've always been able to use a hammer to get them in place, so I'm hopeful. Let's find out. It's going, but man, I don't know. Like I say, I only ever hammered them in. Yeah, these threads are looking a little... Well, I'll give it another go. Hammer is definitely better. Usually like 2-3 hits and it's in. Yep, it worked. I wasn't really sure about it, but it did work. Ooh, that was a little scary. One more to go. Yeah, I thought this was a little bit iffy. I got a little overzealous on the second one. I actually stripped this nut right out, but that's okay because this was a sacrificial one. These are the ones for the car. I have a couple more of these, and yeah, they're pretty much just throwaways, so it actually didn't damage the stud at all. So I'll grab a couple more and get that last one in, and I'm good to go.